Jordan Clark gets it out to O'Meara. He fumbles a little bit. Where's the cleanliness?
Someone's saying that Allen has officially, like the story's broke that he's requested a
trade.
move, yeah, or at least because it wouldn't be a trade, it'd be.
I actually wanted to in this stream to bring up X on my iPad so we can just kind of like follow anything like that.
I'm not sure where that story is on Oscar Allen, but honestly, probably the worst kept secret in football.
Yeah, I mean, it's happening, right?
Yeah, AFL sites, I'm saying.
I feel like you know that it's a done deal when, you know, reputable AFL journalists, people like Mitch Cleary and Cal Toomey, are pretty much anything they do around the draft, they're assuming that you guys are getting pick 2 with everything that they do, right? Like even...
That's true,
It's not just fans kind of speculating like fan channels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's sort of, you know, it's just seen as a done deal at this point.
Yeah, it is on the AFL site that, or just says he will leave and he's informed the club. Okay, yeah. No big surprise there. I think I've saw that coming since, excuse me.
Where are you on that now? Are you sort of happy with that as that is Croft?
Croft, good mark.
Very good mark.
Am I happy with it? I think it's a good deal for West Coast if we end up with pick 2. I do feel like a bit uneasy just about treating our club captain like this. It doesn't sound like what I don't like is Alan's going to walk away thinking screw West Coast. I'm not sure if Barras feels that way, but we kind of greased him out the door as well.
Honestly, I don't think that the element of it, I think where West Coast could have been better, it's not necessarily that they're actually doing this and going through with this. I think that's fair enough. Like, it's fair to have to want to be ruthless as a football club.
Yeah.
I don't like that Oscar Allen was made to look like, for like a 4-week period there in the middle of the season, was made to look like this real arsehole dogging the club. And I reckon that's what's going to rub him up the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I think West Coast could have helped him there.
Yeah, I get your point, although I don't know what West Coast do. Do they openly say, we're orchestrating this?
No, I don't think they have to say that they're orchestrating it. But I think they could have been a little bit more public with the offer, right? Just around, because that whole, they didn't do it, like they didn't come out, they even put him in front of the media when all that stuff happened with Sam Mitchell. I think they could have just protected him a little bit and come out as a football club and said like what happened between Oscar Allen and Sam Mitchell was, you know, we don't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
I know that maybe that sets a precedent as well, but...
I mean, the club did do that. I don't disagree with you. Yeah, McQualter did a number of times.
Oh, okay.
But that being said, it was still kind of horrendous when they put him in front of the... Yeah. Like, he was kind of on the verge of tears in that interview. I just felt bad for him. It's not his fault.
Yeah, like, he obviously cares about the club.
Yeah. That's the part from the romantic notion of club captain grew up supporting West Coast, doesn't want to leave, is now being forced to and is villainised. Like that. I don't like that. But.
Yeah. I think ultimately, like, I don't think Oscar Allen will... would be really hard on the club for just wanting to get the picks given the stage that they're at, but the fact that they did that to him, they didn't do it to him, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it depends what the comms was like, because he said that, like, I think Allen was quoted as saying the contract talks have broken down, which is that, what does that imply? Does it mean West Coast have said nah, or have they just stopped communicating properly?
Well,
we don't know.
I would take from that most likely scenario is he's said, I'm not happy with the contract. And like had a counter offer. Yeah. And they've gone
real quiet. Yeah.
Just like slid out of the chat.
Yeah, like Homer Simpson into the hedges.
I've just got a comment here from R1FTZ, a good contributor to the channel. Dylan, what would a Liam Ryan trade look like to the Saints, I assume?
Contracted. And 29 this year, 30 next year.
One of the more difficult deals I would have thought to not to get done. I think it's probably something that could get done. But I feel what's in it for West Coast, if the pick isn't significant, what's in it for West Coast to actually let him go? Yeah. You're just basically letting someone that's under contract walk away. And I think he's still a pretty valuable player, albeit he doesn't really shine in a side that's... He's one of those guys, I think, that would shine more in a top team. Yeah. Probably why he wants to go to St Kilda, who he thinks are a little bit closer to maybe pushing towards finals. Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't it have to be a pick inside the top 30?
I think so. I think like 35 would be a bit of a slap in the face. He's contracted. So I think if you're like 27-ish.
27-ish. I reckon in this draft, you'd want to get you'd feel fairly comfortable if you got like a 25 or like 20 to 25.
Yeah.
If you got that feels on some level feels a little bit overs, but I suppose it depends. In a good system, I think Liam Ryan is a pretty unique player, a very highly skilled player. Foot skills are great. Brings an aerial presence in the forward line for a small forward.
Yep.
Would St Kilda pay that? I don't know. I'd imagine they'd be trying to get him on the cheap a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think if he's contracted, though, and they're courting him, it implies that they've got to be somewhat willing to come to the party because, as you correctly, in my opinion, pointed out, there's no real incentive here for West Coast to do this deal. It would just be to look after Liam.
Yeah, exactly.
Weakening our team willingly in a draft where we already have a strong draft hand for a pick that's not going to be that valuable, really.
Exactly.
So, no, I'm with you on that, 100%.
I think the only thing that you could, potentially, like, I don't know, if they have a specific player. What are your picks like in that area? I think you've got pick 30.
Yeah, 32, I think.
Which is going to be like 40 by the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's not...
Nah. I'd be asking the question of, like, Boxall, but I don't think he would be traded. He's for 1 year into his 2-year deal.
WA boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. He looks good.
Yeah, I think the smart play for West Coast is to ask, as Riley West kicks a goal to make it 29-13.